everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Hermione and I'm about to say the most cliche YouTuber thing ever, and that is, I feel like I haven't done this for a while. Sorry, I had to, but I really feel like I haven't filmed properly for a while, and I guess that's just what everyone's been doing because Christmas happened and then New Year, so everyone was pre-filming, and that's what I did. And then I went away, and then it was essay deadline season, which has just been, it's been a roller coaster of a ride. So I'm smiling on the outside, but I'm dead on the inside, so. Anyway, despite all of that, it feels really good to be back and filming, and I am about ready to up my DIY game a little bit. So today's video is all about DIY wall art and gallery wall pieces that you can create on a budget. And I wanted to do this because obviously it's a new year, and if you're thinking of redoing your room but you don't want to have to paint it or get new furniture, a gallery wall and wall art pieces are a really great inexpensive way of doing that. I hope you guys liked the video. If you do like it and you haven't already, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. I post loads of DIY and lifestyle videos. And without further ado, let's get into this video. First up is this neon heart light, and it is so simple to make, so let's get into it. You'll need a strip of EL wire lights, and you'll also need some gold wire and some jewellery pliers to cut the wire. I got my EL light from Amazon and I got 2 feet of it, and this is in the purple colour. It also has loads of different functions. Start by measuring out your wire and then make sure it's as long as your EL light. Then you can go ahead and cut it so that they're the same size. Once you've done that, you might want to cut a few small pieces of wire that you can use to tie around the shape. To make a heart shape, you'll need to find the midpoint of your wire and bend this into shape, and then you can create the curves on either side after doing so. The hard part is smoothing out the wire heart and getting the edges really nice and straight. So try your best at this, but it might not be perfect, and that's fine. Then you're going to want to attach your light. Go ahead and tie it to the end using a piece of the small wire that we cut earlier. And then using a glue gun, you can attach the light to the wire. Make sure to use a very small amount of glue as you do this. You don't want too much, otherwise it will just end up really blobby. If you're worried about the light getting hot, I wouldn't worry too much, but if you do, you can always use little pieces of wire instead of glue. That is up to you. Once you've finished putting it all together, you can then go ahead and test it out, and this is what mine looks like. Then just go ahead and pin it up on your wall. I used a small command hook to do this, and you can totally make any kind of shape that you would like, but a heart is really easy and very simple to follow, and I think it looks pretty darn cool. Next up is this confetti frame, and this is such a simple project to do if you want to try it. For this, you'll need a frame, preferably a light one. You'll need some of these giant confetti dots from the craft store, some jewellery pliers, and some glue. I'm using hot glue for this project, but you can use anything. So start by taking the frame apart and take the backing out. You'll need to keep the glass or the plastic, but go ahead and use your pliers to pluck out all of those little things that hold it all in place. And then I'm just using a glue gun here to glue the plastic back in its place. This is an IKEA frame, and the plastic works really well if you don't want to use one with glass. Then using your glue gun or any strong adhesive, go ahead and glue loads of the confetti dots all over the front of the frame. This looks so cool, and I'm doing mine in kind of like an ombre pattern, so there's more at the bottom than at the top. I'm just using 3 different colours, therefore it doesn't get too crowded and overwhelming, but I really love the way this turned out, and I like how it's clear so you can see to the back of what's behind it as well. And you're done, so go ahead and hang it up on your wall. Next up is a fun way to display any posters or prints, and to do this you're going to need 2 pieces of balsa wood. You'll also need some glue. You'll need some glittery ribbon or trim, some spray paint in a colour that matches your trim, some scissors. Oh, and how could I forget, you'll need a poster. This printable was one I found on Pinterest. I'll link it below. So go ahead and take your pieces of balsa wood and coat them in silver spray paint or whatever colour you're using. This gives it a nice base for when you glue down your glittery sequin trim, which is what I'm doing now. All you have to do is use some strong glue and then cut your trim down to size and stick it down. Once they're dry, go ahead and glue them down onto the top of the poster and the base, just using a little bit of glue. And to hang it up, you can either use twine or a little piece of wire, which I'm bending around my finger here, and then glue this on the back. And I love this so much because it was actually based off something I saw on Anthropologie's website, and I really liked it, but I was like, there is no way I'm spending loads of money on something I can make for cheap. So this is what I came up with. And lastly, I'm going to show you guys how to make this really cool color blocked frame. Take any old frame, some paints in the color of your choice, a paintbrush, and you'll also need some tape. Use your tape to create sections on your photo frame. You can create whatever kind of shapes you like. Geometric patterns would look really cool too, but I'm just drawing some lines. I actually cut the tape in half to get some thinner pieces as well, and this is the pattern I came out with. Then you're going to want to go ahead and paint onto the glass and also paint the frame as well, so make it look like it's kind of been dipped in paint. Once you've done that with all your colours, let it dry for just a couple of minutes before you peel it off. If it dries completely, some of the paint might get chipped off with it, but if it's too wet, then it might smudge. So just let it dry for a couple of minutes and peel them off. And there you have it. And I've stood mine up on a mini easel as a different way to display it. So that is everything for this video, and if you do make any of these pieces, I would love to see them. Do drop me a tweet or an Instagram, tag me in something. I would love to see any of your recreations. I did a video like this in the